Good evening, good evening. How you guys doing out there? This Mike Melton back with From Pain to Purpose podcast, episode 23. And I got a very, very special guest tonight. We did an exclusive interview. He's available at college tonight. So I decided to bring him on. We got Johnny Buckets in the building, man. How you doing, Johnny, man? Thanks for coming on tonight.
Mike, I'm doing very good. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure and an honor.
First of all, man, I want to give a shout out to your father and the Silverbacks from the way they supported me over the years when I used to do B-ball spotlight. When I used to have these tournaments, man, your dad was one of the first people who always registered, who always supported, man, brought multiple teams, never complained about anything, never gave me a hard time, just came, let you guys compete, man. And so shout out to your father, Joe, man. He definitely supported me from the beginning, and I always have love for him for that because he ain't have to do that, and I'll take nothing for granted, man. So I want to thank you guys for the support y'all gave me over the years. But how you doing, young fella?
Doing good. Just adjusting to the college life now. It's a different life, but
Yeah,
it's been good so far.
it's been
Everything's all
good.
good.
It's been
Yeah.
good. So are you up there in Providence, man? It's kind of chilly up there, man. Did you how different is it in terms of weather than it is from New Jersey?
It's not that much different, but I'd say for every like if it's 25 degrees in Jersey, it'll probably be 20 in Providence, which it
Okay.
doesn't feel
Okay.
like a lot, but like that's going from like it feels like 20 to feels like 14. So it's definitely
Yeah.
colder. You feel it, and the wind's pretty heavy. But the Northeast winters are it's been a cold winter so far. So
Yeah, man, you had an extraordinary story, and I'm glad you took the time to come on and share it with us tonight. And
thank
we're
you.
gonna get started, man. Let's take it from the beginning, from when I saw you playing. Talk about your basketball history, like when the first time your dad put a ball in your hands, like things of that nature.
Yeah, I mean, there's a picture of me in my cradle the day I was born, and there was a basketball circle
Mm.
running around my head. So I mean, it's been engraved since the first day that I was going to be a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
I blame my dad a little bit not letting me, try other sports. But I think it all ended up working out the way it did.
Mm-hmm.
But it was
Mm-hmm.
always going to be basketball, I think, no matter what.
Indeed, man, indeed. So I'm gonna take you back to B-ball spotlight, man. Look at that smile, man. Fourth grade, Mr.
Yeah,
Memorial Day. You was killing in fifth grade, sixth grade. You was putting
best
in that work,
best
man.
times, best
Take me
times.
back to those moments, and what do you remember about those days playing in the events, man?
Oh, I mean, it feels like it was just yesterday playing in those events because those were just
Mm-hmm.
some of the most fun events of my life. I just remember those because the competition was always on point. We
Mm.
always played top level teams, whether it was Black Ops, Gauchos, Playtime,
Mm-hmm.
whenever it was just always good teams, and we also had a good team. So it was those were the best times just competing with my friends back in the day, just having fun and just playing basketball. Some of the best tournaments that I remember to this day.
Did you the players you competed against, did y'all talk about that kind of stuff like when you saw them in high school and things of that nature?
Oh, definitely. That's multiple different kids I used to play back in the day on those teams, and we always used to talk about playing each other. We always used to curse each other out. Those were when you look back now, being 19 in
Mhm,
college,
mhm.
you really are grateful for those days because those were the days that were truly just stress free, and you could just go
I
out and play
know.
basketball.
When I look at the way the game changed now,
Yeah.
I thought about how innocent it was when they had the mom and pop teams. Like
Yep.
y'all teams, team battle, faces, you know what I'm saying? Playtime.
100%.
Then now it just it turned so corporate that
Yep.
it's a whole
Totally.
different game now, man.
Yep.
You know
I
what I mean?
100% agree.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. So when did you know when you was young, like, I'm probably gonna be nice at this?
Um, I think it was probably when my dad in maybe seventh or eighth grade started playing me up against maybe like 10th, 11th graders, 12th graders,
Mm,
and knowing I could compete with them right before that high school period, which is something I always thank him for because that was probably what really got me better was just playing against bigger, stronger, and older kids.
mhm.
So those games, seventh, eighth grade around COVID, I started to realize like I could play at a high level against bigger kids. So going into high school, that helped kind of propel my mindset um,
Mhm.
as a player.
That's, yeah, speaking of going into high school, you chose to go to Ridgewood High School. Now, was that an automatic, or a player of your caliber? Were you receiving interest from the parochial school, prep schools? Was it a decision that had to be made, or was it Ridgewood from the rip?
Yeah, no, there definitely was a decision to be made. I was talking to a few different schools, thinking about going to. I ended up taking only one visit to Don
Mm-hmm.
Bosco and
Mm-hmm.
Ramsey, which is a school
Mm-hmm.
nearby. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, I wanted to go somewhere where I could have the ball in my hands, kind of from the
Mm-hmm.
jump.
Mm-hmm.
And I know going to Bosco, they had Dylan Harper, they had a bunch of other older, bigger guys. So as a freshman, I don't know how much I would have had, an opportunity. So I decided to go to Ridgewood. Coach Mike Troy was my coach all 4 years, was a great guy. And he showed the utmost respect for me for my 4 years and just kind of just gave me the keys. I'd say at
Mm.
least the last 3 years really just gave me the keys and let me play basketball. So
How was that learning curve playing in high school when you first got there?
yeah, it was definitely different. It made me realize a lot of things being a freshman in high school playing on varsity.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just rely on stuff anymore. You kind of find creative ways to score being an undersized freshman guard.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to learn. You got to play defense. You got to play defense and offense, and it's a all around game that taught me a lot of things my freshman year.
Indeed, indeed. Now I'm going into your sophomore year. What what kind of adjustments did you make in your game, and was that the year that you kind of realized like this is my team?
Yeah, that was definitely the year that was a leap for me. I went from like maybe playing 14-ish minutes a game to playing 30 minutes a game and scoring
Hmm.
7.5 points to 20 points per game. So that was a crazy jump year. I put in a lot of work over that summer. And freshman year, I was really just a 3-point shooter. I'd say
Mm-hmm.
half of my
Mm-hmm.
points were probably threes. And sophomore year, I kind of was the same. I broke the all-time 3-point record, but at the same time, tried to develop my game more,
Mm-hmm.
be more of a leader at the same time, and just try and find different ways to impact winning basketball.
Now doing this kind of transformation, and you still seeing those teams like the Don Bosco Preps, the St. Joe's Montvales, and the Bergen Catholics, and other schools that you probably didn't want to go to because you ended up at Ridgewood. Did you have any regrets or anything during that time when you was playing at Ridgewood? And because you see these other kids, they getting a
Yeah.
lot of hype and things of that nature. Did you feel any of that?
I felt it a little bit, I guess. After my freshman year, I had a couple of those schools reach out again and try
Mm-hmm.
and get me to come to them. But I just felt so comfortable and happy with where I was in basketball and non-basketball aspects. So
Mm-hmm.
I kind of just gutted it out, and it was the best decision I've ever made playing for Ridgewood for all 4 years. So
How was life off the court in school? Like
it was
being this
great. Yeah,
I better.
it's a great community in Ridgewood, a bunch of great
Yeah.
people,
Uh-huh.
and I can't complain about a moment of it. So.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Now you about to go into your junior year, and in October, you take us to that moment. Said you was feeling a little sick and this and that, and before your junior season was supposed to start, and you felt sick and you went to the hospital. Like, take us to that moment and what was going on.
Yeah, so it was, I think, maybe October-ish of my junior year. Had fevers, chills, bunch of weird stuff, tonsil stones. So I knew obviously something was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Went to the doctor, ended up getting diagnosed with mono.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I had a month-long-ish recovery from then, from there, until about literally 2 days before tryouts started. I got cleared to go play.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since that day at tryouts, my health just kind of went on the downhill from there. I never felt healthy again, and that just started a whole series of just bunch of different stuff.
Mm. Mm. So
That
that junior year, you hooping and the fatigue is setting in. Is your coaches noticing, or are they telling you, like, giving you breathers or letting you take off practices? Like, what was going on for you to be able to maintain?
I think they were screaming at me too much to notice all the stuff that was going on. But no, they really didn't know. I mean, I
Mm.
lost. People didn't even notice. I lost 25 pounds during that season. Like that's
Mm.
abnormal. I was, but maybe it was 18, 20 pounds, but I was
Mm.
approaching 170 going into that season. I ended up getting down to like 150 at one point. Um,
Mm,
and it was kind of just like basketball is the only thing I'm focused on. I was just wanted to get that championship and wanted to get here and there.
hmm
That I kind of just put it all to the side. But um, pushing through that season, not feeling good every game, and then it finally got to AAU after that
hmm
season where it was just like, all right, this is not normal at
How
all.
did you push through to help win a sectional title that junior year, going through what you was going through like that?
I think your answer is as good as mine. I really don't know. I just had a goal. There was
Mm,
multiple goals going into that season to win a sectional title. I was 300 points away from 1,000 points.
hmm
There was multiple things that came into play, um, and I think, as you know, adrenaline is adrenaline, and that got me
hmm
through this season too, playing days after chemo. But I think it was definitely just focused on that end goal, winning the state championship, that helped me just push through.
Was it any time during that junior season did you feel like saying like, "Yo, I'm ready to camp it in. Like I can't do it no more."
I don't think so, honestly.
hmm
There was moments of, just frustration of just feeling so bad every day. But I think definitely during AAU after that season is when I was like, all right, this is it. I gotta stop playing because something's not right.
Cool. Indeed. So now that takes you into the summer going into your senior year, and you made that visit to the hospital on August 1st, 2024. Take me to that morning and through that day. Like, what happened when you went to the hospital, and what was said, and what did you expect and stuff?
Yeah, so after months of doctor's visits, I finally saw my allergist, who's shouldn't have to do this, but he was the one who kind of found out I had cancer. He told me to
hmm
go see an oncologist. Went to see them, and pretty much was diagnosed 2 days later
Mm,
with stage 4 Hodgkin lymphoma. It was the 28th or 29th, and then the first or the 31st, I was diagnosed. It was kind of all happened like this, but
mm.
it was a mixed emotions those couple of days. But honestly, I was more relieved than I was nervous.
Why?
Because
Explain.
I knew I was gonna. I knew from the jump that this was not taking me down, considering just everything I'd already been through. Like I just knew I was
Mm,
just gonna attack at full speed, and I had a bunch of great people helping me around me, and it was kind of just the built up frustration. Kind of felt like, all right, at least I know what I got now. I knew it was something the whole time,
hmm
um, and now I just kind of got a plan to go just attack it.
Where do you think that fortitude came from for you being able to say like, I'm just about to attack this full speed? Because sometimes people hear that c word and they break down, they get scared, the fear kicks in. What was inside of you that allowed you to be able to say nah? Because I saw the picture which you was flexing and things of that nature. Like, talk to me about like what made you have that kind of confidence.
I think it was just seeing my family and how they reacted,
Mm,
just breaking down every day,
mm,
and just super upset. I remember I was in the car ride on the way home from the hospital when I found out, and just hearing my parents break down. They're saying, oh, "How do we even tell your sister? What are we gonna do about this?" And then seeing her cry when I got home, I just knew I had to be strong as possible for them
mm, mhm.
because they're not gonna be able to go through this alone. I shouldn't be the one to do this, but I decided to be the one to just take it upon myself and just be the man of the house and just try and lead everyone with toughness and strength.
Indeed, man, you did a good job with that too. And your mom was riding, man. I saw, and I know your father was too. But on the interview I saw, they showed a lot of your mom. She
Yeah,
was very much
always,
involved, man. Very
always
much
involved.
involved, man. And the season was approaching, and you going to these treatments. How important? Because it seemed like that you was more determined and more confident that you was gonna play the opening night more than the people that was treating you. Like, talk about what was
Yeah,
going through your mind, and how you kept that confidence for that opening night. Besides what was going on through with the other people.
yeah. No, I mean the first time I mentioned playing with cancer this season, my nurse looked at me like I had 9 eyes on my head. She's like, "What?" And I'm like, no, I'm gonna play this. And she's like, all right, you people are crazy, and thought it was like a joke. I was like, okay. Ended up
Mm,
playing mid October, played in a preseason game, had 20
mhm.
points. Didn't play super great, but with the circumstances, it was awesome. And I felt like, all right, I think I can go. So kind of from that point on, I just got in the gym, ate good, Got my sleep, got my rest after the 3 days where I was knocked out in bed, and just prepared myself for that opening night. And those 3 or 4 months, whatever it was, going through treatment, those days, just preparing every day, lifting, shooting, whatever it was, just gave me the confidence to go out and give it my all on the opening night.
Let's take a look at the opening night, man. See what's going on here.
3 days after his 10th treatment, Johnny Jackson walked out onto the floor for opening night at Ridgewood High. And led his team with a 30-point performance.
To go out and drop 30 and be the best player on the court with everything that was going on, that was unbelievable.
I think adrenaline just carried me through that game. I was like, wow, I really just kind of did it. I didn't expect to do it.
On January 13th.
Take me to that moment, man, and like after that game, like, or during that game, what's going on? Like from where you was at when they first announced this in that August, and now you at that first game and you balling and you successful. Like, what's going on? What's going through your mind?
Yeah, honestly, that game specifically, and honestly, the whole rest of the season kind of just felt like a blur in time. Like I don't really even remember it. But I remember that game. Like driving on the way there, I was like, "What is going on right now? Like this is crazy." And then I'm at halftime of the game. I got like 15 points. I'm like, "What? I don't even know what just happened." And I kind of just think just the adrenaline in the gym, the people there backing me, supporting me, my coaches, family, friends, everyone, they helped me get through that game. It's not just me going out playing; it was them just giving me the utmost confidence to play in that game, and it kind of just carried me through.
Now talk about after that game. Like talk about you. I'm hearing. I saw on the story that you was doing chemo. Then a couple of days after you got a game. How was that? Like you did that like twice during the season, had chemo, and then went out and played. Like, how was that even possible?
Yeah, no, it was possible, but it was really tough. That first game, honestly, I didn't really feel super bad playing on the court. Like I just think adrenaline pushed me through. Then you fast forward like 2 weeks later, I had a treatment during a game in New York, which we actually lost, and I just felt terrible playing in that game. So it was just kind of the treatments were ups and downs. Some treatments were better than others, and some were worse than others. But ultimately, I think it was just all that training, that sleeping and eating good, prepared me to play in those games under that types of pressure on my body.
We're now looking back at it. You in college now. That season is over. Looking back at during that time, was it a particular moment that you knew that a power greater than you was taking over this whole situation?
Absolutely. I think it was from the start, honestly.
Talk about that.
When I first got diagnosed, I just kind of was like looking to the greater powers above me, God. And I just knew he had a plan for me this whole time. That's why the playing basketball with cancer and just inspiring people and all that stuff just it sparked right away in me. And definitely right after that game, that's something I thought about. I'm like, I can use this not only just, for a personal story, but to also inspire kids to just give it their all and not go play out in a basketball game with stage 4 cancer like the crazy person I am, but just to know you're never alone and just keep fighting through anything in life.
Indeed. I remember when I was in rehab and the second time, and I told my story about what I went through with my wife getting murdered and all of that stuff. And that's when I found my purpose. So I remember that moment that you're talking about when everything clicks. Oh, that's what this is about.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's
100%.
what this is about. And then it just takes you into another focus.
Yep.
Talk to me a little bit about Battle for Buckets and what was this whole thing. I saw the t-shirts and the hoodies and get into that a little bit. Like who came up with it and what was it for?
Yeah, I mean, that right there is exactly why I played this season and what got me through this season. It was just people were making T-shirts, whatever it was, bracelets, towels, just to help support me in my fight as much as they could, because I didn't really see anyone for a while because I was just at home. So they were just trying to do whatever they could to help just uplift me. There were people coming by in my shirts, just saying what's up in my house, doing whatever. And I showed up to the first game. There's hundreds of people wearing that shirt, and just seeing that and knowing that there's that many people behind you rooting for you to do great. I mean, it was just awesome, and that's exactly why I got through what I did this season. So
Yeah, that was amazing, brother. Then you get to your final chemo treatment, man. Take me to that day. Like, what's the emotions going through you, your last trip to that hospital, and like, how did you feel when she was like, "Yo, that's it, it's over with"?
yeah, no, it felt great. But I felt so bad that day that I was like, I just want to get out of here and go home and just go to bed. But then all my coaches and teammates came, which was great. So
Yeah,
that
that's what.
uplifted my mood. So it was a great feeling. But at the same time, I was like, I just got to get out of here and go rest up because I got a game and I got this and that. So, but no, it
Yeah,
was a great day.
let's take a look at that. Like when everybody came, man. I thought that was such a beautiful moment.
And just shows the community that
Yeah, I know.
it's
It was like
special.
that joint was beautiful. Let me make sure we got everything hooked up, right? Yeah.
But he had no idea who else would be there to celebrate the milestone.
It was a really heartwarming feeling just seeing my coaches, everyone there.
Thank you.
Because without them, I don't think I could have made it this far.
February 13th, exactly 1 month after Johnny's final chemo session, the Jacksons got a call from the oncologist.
Hi, Dr. Appel. How are you? Okay. Okay. So everything's gone. Okay. So no other further treatment will be needed. Okay. He's good. Sorry. Johnny? Oh my God, I feel like I'm gonna absolutely pass out. Dr. Todd, you're good.
I'm good.
You're good.
Thank the Lord.
I saw the first thing came out your mouth. Praise the Lord. But I also saw you had a kind of a spiritual confidence that you knew, like,
Yeah.
that God was gonna make sure I was good.
There was two things going on that day. It was number one, God, I knew he had my back the whole time.
Wow.
But we also played our rivals that night, so I wasn't even focused on all that. I was just ready to play. It was a big game. No, but I knew he had a plan for me, and I knew it was gonna all work out the way it is, and just like college is gonna work out the way it is, and I just know he's got my back. So.
How was it when you had a chance to ring the bell?
Oh, it was great. It was a great feeling. Just kind of felt like there was 20 bricks on my shoulders. They just all fell off.
Yeah.
Just felt like the weight was lifted from me.
Yeah.
And I kind of just moved forward from then. So it was a great feeling.
Yeah, I remember when the verdict came down in my wife's case of the people that murdered her, and that same kind of feeling. Like all of it took 10 years for everything to be over and for it to finally be over. I know that feeling
Yeah.
that you felt that day, man. You know what I'm saying? And then
100%.
you just went on and balled out, man. Take me to scoring that 2,000 points, 2 stacks, man. What was the game like? How did it feel knowing that you achieved that, the all-time leading scorer in the school, and then you put up 2,000? Talk about
Yeah,
it, man.
no, I mean, I wish I could give you more detail about how it felt, but again, it's just kind of all just happened, and I thought it was just working out the way it should have. But
Mm,
knowing that I was the leading scorer in the school, and then not only that, just crushing that, scoring 2,000 points, becoming an elite group of players to ever play in New Jersey, passing Kyrie's numbers, just a bunch of stuff. It felt truly special to do that, especially considering what I was going through.
and then you help your teammates. All you guys get back. You win that sectional crown again. Look at your face, like I did it. Take me to the moment of how important was it to share that with the brothers that was there for you in some of your toughest times, man.
Yeah, no, that was by far has been the most joyful day of my life. The second that
Mm,
buzzer went off in that game, um, felt like mission was accomplished to get there, and I just felt
mhm.
chills going through my head to toes. So that I remember that. I'll remember that moment forever. That was just a great day, and I couldn't have got there without all my teammates, coaches, and the community. So.
Mhm. And talk about you got that sectional title. You got then it came you and the coach, man. First team all state and player of the year. Talk about that feeling right there and your relationship with the guy that helped you all those 4 years, man.
Yeah, that was definitely another great feeling. Waking up one morning, I remember I was in bed about to go to school, and I found out I got those awards, and I was like, I'm not even going to school today. Like, this is great. I'm just getting the gym, get a nice meal, and just relax today. But no,
Yeah.
that was a great feeling. Personal pride came in there
Mhm.
after all the other pride from my teammates and everyone. But it's my coach, I couldn't have done anything without him because he's been a huge supporter of mine since back in the day when I used to play his eighth grade teams as a fifth grader, and he's
Mm.
always like, "Man, I love this kid's game." So he helped me through all those 4 years, and being able to celebrate that with him and the rest of all my teammates and coaches, it was awesome. So I'll be forever grateful for him.
Let's talk about selecting Providence. How did this happen? What was the process? Um, how has it been up there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Like, just give us a little brief on that whole process.
Yeah, no, it was a long process, the recruiting process for me for sure. It
Mhm.
wasn't kind of fun looking at different schools. Didn't really like a few that I went and visited, but Coach Kim at Providence, he had reached out multiple times during the season, and
Mhm.
we had stayed in touch. And kind of after the season, he's like, "Listen, come up here for a workout, and we'll go from there." And the second I walked in, I see these facilities, just crazy high level stuff. Had an okay workout, but obviously it was enough for him to be interested. And then yeah, just started working out and have been up here since late August with the team. I'm not eligible to play right now. I will be next year, but I've just been practicing and just getting better every day. And I've seen tremendous growth in my game since I've got here. A lot of maturity. So it's been a great decision for me for this year for sure.
The crazy part about it is when I saw you play when you was young, I think I had a conversation with your dad and I told me you kind of reminded me of Billy Donovan when he played when he clicked off. I hope he could come back more. It was more good. We almost done. Young fella did an amazing job tonight too. Yeah, hello?
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I'm here. Sorry, I just broke
Yeah,
up.
no, it's cool. But I told your dad when I saw you play, I think I might have wrote it before or something that you reminded me of Billy Donovan when he went to Providence. You had the same kind of game. Watch some old videos of him playing in
I will.
college.
No, I've heard a lot about Billy. I've seen a couple videos, but I'll definitely watch some more.
Yeah. You kind of your game reminded me of his when you was in college, man. So down to the last couple questions. Um, talk about these this group, man, and how much your family meant to you during this whole ordeal, man.
Yeah, I mean, getting diagnosed with cancer and illness, whatever it is, that's when family really has to come together and show who they
Mm-hmm.
are. And that may
Mm-hmm.
make or break people. But
Mm.
my family, um, especially my core four, my mom, dad, sister, my two grandparents, and my cousins who were in that picture.
Mhm.
They were with me through the start. No matter what, my grandparents were always visiting every treatment at the house, making sure I was
Mhm.
okay. My uncle was coming up, cooking meals for everyone. They were
Mm.
just doing everything they could to support me as they should. Because we all know if the same thing happened to one of them, I'd be right there for them. But
Mhm.
family was just huge in this whole process, and I definitely could not have done anything without them. My mom taking care of me every second, my dad being a crazy person he is, my sister, but it's everything. Family's everything.
In closing, talk to me about if you had a kid that was suffering right in front of your face right now, suffering from the same thing you was dealing with, that the Most High got you over, what would be your advice for him?
Yeah, I mean, I've had this conversation with kids, just being in the
Mm.
clinic with them, because I ended up going in as a 17-year-old. So
Oh, that's dope.
I was in pediatrics, so I had to see these poor kids every day going through stuff, and
Wow.
that was the hardest part of it all.
Mm.
But I would just say, just never give up. Just keep
Mm.
fighting no matter what, and know that there's always people there to support you, whether that's parents, family, teachers, doctors. There's always going to be people there that you can lean on, but ultimately just never give up and just keep fighting, fighting, fighting,
Mm.
fighting, and good stuff will come
Mm.
your way when you
All
do
right.
that.
All right. Thank you, Johnny, for coming on tonight, brother. It was definitely a pleasure. I'm going to be putting up some clips and I'll send some to
Awesome.
you. You can share on your social media.
Yes,
Take
sir.
care, man. And I look forward to seeing you on the court, brother.
Mike, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Give your dad and your mom my best, man. And tell
I
tell
definitely
your
will.
dad I said I appreciate everything he did for me, man.
100%. I will.
All right. No doubt, man. Take care.
All right, my guy. Thank you.
All right. Wow. Great young man tonight came on, told his story. And tune in Wednesday night. I got a dandy. And this was an interview that I was trying to get for years. And I finally got the brother coming on. I'll be announcing that in the next couple of days. And this thing is going to get deep. So tune in Wednesday night from Pain to Purpose podcast. This is Mike. Enjoy the rest of your night. Shalom.